Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Expedition 33. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 44. Once again, I've had problems with OBS. This series has been a nightmare for me getting OBS to just friggin' work regularly, and I think I know what the problem is. Windows has been updating regularly doing this playthrough, and I think it's messing with things when it does updates, which is really disappointing. So we're in the Frozen Hearts dungeon. We've done quite a bit of it, and we just killed the Velier, the chromatic Velier. But there are still some Pictos to pick up in here, and still a couple of bosses. So we're not entirely done with it. We've been kind of annihilating things. There's 2 ropes here, so we're gonna go up here and see where this rope goes. This is, I think this is the rope we took to get in here. In fact, it is. Okay. That's the rope we took to get in. We plopped down here. We fought the chromatic Velier on the other side of this because there's a door to the manor there. There's nothing else really up there except there is this tucked away section back here, and I want to make sure there's not. So there it is. That's why we come look, because there's stuff like that.
That will help.
The Grandiose. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that word. It's the big grand one. Okay, so what that means is there's a rope over there and there's dudes down here. Let's come back to that rope. I'm never sure which way to go here. When they give me choices like this, I don't know which choice to take. Okay, you need to hurt some people.
Last chance. I'm okay.
Yes, you are. Now kill them.
That's better.
Kill them and get your hit points back. This may be... what? It comes to an exterior area and it goes left and right. I think the only thing down here is the paint. Paint cage. You're done. Okay.
Great.
Anti-freeze. We like that one. That's kind of necessary for fighting the next critter we're going to fight. We might have to go back there to get back to that rope. So let's see. Anti-freeze. CL, what do you got right now? Greater slow. Okay, where's anti-freeze? I want you to learn that right now.
Let's spill some ink. Lost chance.
Oh, we're going to spell it.
The dance begins. Prepare for annihilation.
Mael is just an incredibly fun character. I love her overpowered nature. This comes back this way and there's... okay. And that goes up there. Alright, then we're going to go back to that rope that we saw and didn't do anything about. I want to make sure that there's no other... I could hear something. There's some chroma. So there's a rope back here. Off to the left. Oh, this zone has a... I remember now. There is an ascending part to this zone that goes way up. Very high. Very bright. Yep, so here we go. There's that. So we come from this ledge. Yeah. So if you come... okay, so that's where this goes. Doink. Let's fight you. we have to get back to the top.
The dance begins.
There was an area where I was right before I realized that this wasn't recording, where I recognized that we were near the top, near the start of the top anyway. You can see, you can't really get an idea for where you need to go just by looking this, but there's an area high above. Let's kill as many enemies as we can though, because we want to unlock these Pictos. This just becomes the Mael show. And CL is really along to unlock Pictos. That's her whole job right now. So we'll go this way and we'll fight this person. Oh, there's 3 of you. Oh, fun. These things took me forever to learn how to parry.
Okay.
But now we don't really have to. Because we can pull the old Fortress of Solitude on him. Okay. Antifreeze is learned. Let's see, what does antifreeze cost? Antifreeze. It costs 15. Wow, okay. Well, what else you got? Energizing burn. Apply 1 AP on a burn once per turn. Oh, that's nice. Breaking slow. Dead energy 1. 3 AP on killing an enemy. I like that. Okay. So we can, oh, that's okay. There's 2 of these things. Let's go this way. Climb back up here again. Because this is the way. Here we go. Yes, blade sharpen.
For annihilation.
Everybody can get poked. What else is going on here with CL? Energizing gradient we can take off and put something else there. Energizing burn. Let's do that. And then down here to the right, is there anything? There's this big scary guy back here. He's guarding something. Guarding some chroma. Oh. Well, wait. What's it cost you to do intervention? 5? Okay. We really need to get you a couple more, don't we? And a couple more starting points. I can't select target. There's something screwed up with that. If I accidentally try to... If I try to select her and it gives me the error message, then it won't let me change targets. Let's do this. Now. Oh no, not that. Phantom Strike. 7. Oh, we didn't quite get that guy. But we did on that. That was nice. Grandoy's Chroma Catalyst. Monoko's happy with the Owl Wow. Oh, we got that guy down there. that guy up there. We got a picto. We got a thing up there. Okay, come here. We'll fight, y'all. Let's go. We're fine fighting everybody. Well. Okay, you know what? Let's have some fun. We'll actually do some retaliations here. Oh, you get to go again. Oh, wow. What do you got? You can't do anything though the second time around. Okay.
Take your
Do
shot.
that.
That's better.
That seriously took me forever. Can you break her? Or can you just kill her outright? What about him? Close. Virtuoso. I didn't see that other guy on the far left-hand side until that moment. It's like, where'd that guy show up at? Okay, so over here, purple thing, over here. I don't think there is anything out on this ledge. Nope, just a scenic view of some other critters. So let's get this. Gotta go around. Chromacatalis of the grand style. Alright, and there's a Patank. You need to move, bud. Where are you gonna go? Where's your thingamajig? Over here on the other side. Looks like it's kind of straight on over there. Alright, let's do that. Hey now, get over there. Get on it. Stay on your platform.
Take your shot.
That's not a nice shot.
Good.
Okay. I'm just gonna do as much damage as possible.
Last chance.
Mow him down.
This will hurt.
That was nice. Oh, you get another one? Another 22,000? Great, because it only costs 8 to do Stendhal, so.
Firing.
The Patank is dead. Nice. Okay. Now we can go fight these guys. So we have this dude. And a very wounded CL.
Time to take risks.
Maybe. Maybe not. What's it cost? Your Grim Harvest is 5? Yeah, let's do intervention. That'd be the smart play here.
The dance begins.
Can you mark any of these guys? There you go. Now we'll do the proper stance. He's done. Dead energy is done. So CL, I can get rid of that one. What else can we do? Critical stun. Okay, do that one. Heal the party. And this moves us towards the back of the dungeon. Kind of the whole next phase of it.
How could they do this to these trains? Verso. Yes. I still like trains.
So this is kind of cool. Just want to make sure we're not missing out on anything before we start to head up. I think there's a few things to pluck. He's going to run after me, but I'm going to see if I can find... I hear something over there. Okay.
Useful.
Chroma there.
I'm ready.
Yes, you are.
Last chance. I'm ready. Prepare for annihilation.
Energizing burn and critical stun are learned. Great. Critical stun. 100% critical chance on hitting a stunned target. How much does that one cost? Critical stun only costs 5? Oh, brilliant. Okay. Great. Get that off of there. Mael, you have 2. Ugh. Protecting that gain shell of fighting alone. Okay, let's get you up here because I want you on critical stun. Yes. All right. Lune, we got to get you some other ones here. We got Greater Slow, which we never finished. Empowering Dodge and Braking Slow. 25% increased break damage against slowed enemies and 5% increased damage for each consecutive dodge. Okay. And then there's a big hulker there. We're just going to look and make sure we're not missing something in some kind of nook and cranny here. I made a lasagna today for lunch, and I'm always experimenting. I love to experiment with food. I'm always trying to make stuff better than the way I made it last time, and this particular time, I just did a couple of little things different with the sauce for the meat, and I ended up with the best tasting lasagna. And so now my whole house smells like this lasagna, and it's one of the greatest smells. It's such a wonderful smell. It's like my son, he's a sophomore in high school, and he took a cooking class this spring. And so in the cooking class, he had to do a final project. So what he wanted to do, because he'd helped me make it before, is he wanted to make my version of beef bourguignon, beef burgundy. And that is the single best smell you can put in a house. That thing takes about 6 hours to cook. You've got all the vegetables there that you caramelize, and then you do the red wine in there and to deglaze it, and then the beef stock and everything else and the bouillon. And it's just, as that thing is cooking, after about the first hour it's in the oven, that house starts to smell wonderful. And then it smells like that for about another 12 to 24 hours, as long as you're not opening the windows. It's so good. It's such a good smell. I like making that meal just because it's not great for leftovers. So I'm going to be really curious to see how as a teacher grades it, because she can't grade it until a couple days later, because we made it on a Sunday, and I think he said his class wasn't until Wednesday, so I know it's not going to be top shelf after 3 days in the fridge. But the day that it's made and it comes out of the oven, it's the best, and that smell is worth the effort of making it, because it's just so good. All right, my chunky friend.
Oh, looking good. Firing.
You're gone. Oh, I didn't realize there were the other two guys. I was completely blind there. Okay, well that doesn't mean anything. Because we have that little magic trick. Which is just awesome. Okay. Well, you do the honors.
Not looking good.
Why don't you lasagna-fy these guys? Oh yeah, they're baked. Great. Okay, now let's head up. Yeah, so one of the things I love about cooking is I love the smell of great food. I love every part of how great food smells and occupies the aroma of a house. It's just one of the best things in the world. I love walking into a great restaurant, especially one that serves good steaks. And there's a certain smell to the restaurant because of the spices and the aging of the beef and everything else. It's just phenomenal. And we have a vendor. Trade me, buddy. What do you got? You got Pellerin, which is an outfit for Verso. And this, an outfit. So Ciel can get the same kind of outfit that Lune has right now. That's fun. So you're just an outfits vendor. Alright. Now I gotta remember where the hell we go next. Because we sure as hell don't go down there. And we didn't come to the top of this thing just for a vendor. Guarantee you that. Okay, what's back here? Is there... Yep, a glowy right here.
Nice.
Lumina. I have a feeling we're supposed to go up still. Oh, there's a mine back here.
An advantage.
These things get their Pee Wee Herman on.
Nice.
Alright. He's protected, but not for long.
I can do it.
Mael, how much damage can you do? Not enough to kill him. Okay. Mael's gonna get a go again. So let's just do Fortune's Fury and double her damage.
Show me what you can do.
Finesse and grace.
We don't really have a stance that we can do here, so the double damage isn't gonna work. Okay, well, that's not entirely true. I'm gonna do that and break it. And then even though she's stanceless, I'm gonna do stem though. Because even without the 200% bonus, it should still take it out. There we go. Greater Slow is done. New outfit for Lune. That's new haircut. That looks interesting. Greater Slow. What else do we got? Breaking Slow. Okay. Keep learning those Pictos. Another thing over here. Oh, here we go.
Good stuff.
Doink. That one just goes down, though. Is that all we came up here for? For some reason, I thought there was a boss fight higher up. But I must be having a moment. Oh, no, no, no. You can see. Okay, how do we get there? We must have to go back out here. If you want to go down from here. There we go. Up, up, up and away. This is what I remember. There's a dude up here. Fight you. And then keep going.
That's better.
That's better, she says.
Good. Prepare for annihilation.
Yes, that was annihilation. And we continue up the trains. I love this zone. It's a great dungeon. Oh, there we go. Here's the guy.
This one is huge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's huge. So we got to figure out some stuff. Upgrade attributes. Verso. Mael. Minoko. CL. Okay. Anybody have any really useful skills to learn right now? She's got a whole bunch. Jeez. She got high ice damage. Well, that's not going to help against this enemy. What's this, though? Deals increasingly high fire damage to all enemies every turn until Luna receives damage, and then deals very high fire damage. It applies 5 burn per hit to all enemies. 2 hits. Deals self-damage if failed. Greatly increased damage. Okay. Stormcaller. Alright, so this thing's probably vulnerable to fire. So if you have to do fire... Terror Quake. Break damage to all enemies. Let's replace Mayhem with it. Because it's really expensive. It's 9. You still need Wildfire. Yeah. Speed Burst deals high single target light damage. Yeah, if you want to set him up to be super fast, that will work. I haven't figured out the exact setup to make that work yet for him, though. And I'm pretty happy with what she's got, so... Now it's a matter of, here's the problem. This thing will freeze you. So what do we... She's got immediate res. Plus 3 shields at battle start, but max health is halved. Immediate res costs 10. And anti-freeze costs what? Anti-freeze costs 15. Okay, so we should put anti-freeze here. Alphabetical. Anti-freeze. And then in media res. Do we have enough points to get that for her? How many points does she need? She has 0. She needs 10 more. Okay. Well. Upgrade expedition resources. 10 more. 93. I don't want her to not have that. In media res. There we go. CL, do you have enough points for it? You don't. You need 6 more. Let's get it for you two then. What the hell? We've not invested a lot of points in her, so... Let's give her a little love here. In media res. Alright, now. I really don't care. The dodge thing, maybe. Break damage against slowed enemies. It's not going to be slowed. So is there something else we want to give her before she goes in? Or do we just want to leave it like this? Healing an ally also applies powerful for a turn. We kind of have that. Play again on breaking a target. Oh. You might be breaking a target. Because you have... What does she got? She's got breaking shots. 50% increased break damage. Okay. Okay, I had to take a break and eat some of the lasagna because it was out of this world. And it smelled too good. We have Mael and CL set up so that they have anti-freeze. Anti-freeze, she's going to have it. That way, this guy's freeze attacks shouldn't do as much. We're going to set him up for anti-freeze. I got to get him set up, her set up, and Minoko set up. So 1 second. Okay, the team is set up. Let's go give this guy a whirl. Probably going to take a couple of attempts because I'm not the kind of person who remembers all of the attack patterns of all these enemies. Gargant. Okay. Let's do all set.
That's lucky.
I'm waiting.
Okay. 3 hits there. What do we want to do now? Target ally deals double damage for 1 turn. Sure. Alright, so all I really want to do is see what the shots do. 14,000? Okay.
I can do it.
Now hurt him. Oh, and he went down. Wow, okay. Anti-burn is what we get for that. That is...
Look, this Nevron is made of eternal ice. That's why it was so tough. Let's take the eternal ice back to Minoko Station.
That was not the outcome I had the first time I fought that thing. I came here in my other playthrough, and I think I was not that high a level then because it was a little more challenging than that. Alright. No other things hidden in nooks and crannies? We're out of here. Well, let's go to Minoko Station then. Let's get our buddy. Right over here. Flap, 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 flap.
Here we go.
Drunk. Right there. So there's a vendor in here who you can only interact with. Can only buy his stuff after you've given him the eternal ice that he begs for. So he says, "Go get it for me, will you?" Hello, Grandes. You have the eternal ice, a perfect specimen, no less. Getting this was not easy. I imagine not. The Neverons there are quite lethal. Wonderful. Let us craft the ultimate defense. My work is complete. Here, have a look. So now he's got all this stuff. So what is Survivor? Survive fatal damage with 1 health once per battle. Okay. Greater Rush. Then a bunch of other stuff. So there's the Coldum. Self-heal by 2% health on dealing a critical hit. 50% critical chance while in defensive stance. If stanceless base attack switches to defensive. The Coldum. No perfection loss on damage taken. Perfection is instead last on being healed. Gain 2 AP on counterattack. Gain 1 rank on a counter. Wow, that's interesting. I'm buying that. That just looks too interesting. I might have to try to come up with something for that. Start the battle in the heavy mask. Yeah. I want this though. I want Survivor. Let's get that. Greater Rush. I suppose we should buy it so that we have it. Down to 118. What is this? Heavy mask supplies shell. I don't really care about that weapon, so I'm not excited about having that. Rather have this stuff down here. They have no color of aluminum polish, chroma catalyst. That's up to 9. Level 3. There's a recoat. That's all we're going to grab from him for right now. The Coldum. Okay. So the Coldum. Let's see what that... He's got the Chevalim, and this is start the battle in rank S. Right, that's the big deal. The Coldum, no perfection loss, so it's how fast could you get to rank S. And then AP on counterattack. So if you got a long fight where you're going to be counterattacking, and you know you can parry against something, that would be kind of useful. Okay, well, folks, there's Survivor. Oh, it won't let us fast. Okay. Survivor and Greater Rush. Most of these flagpoles will let you go straight to the continent from here, but not this one. So that does it for Frozen Hearts. That quest is done. And that dungeon is done. So I have to take a look at my Excel spreadsheet and figure out what is next. Folks, thanks for watching. As always, give it a like. Leave questions, comments down below. I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming. Go find yourself some lasagna, everybody. It's too delicious.